So, while everyone was making jokes about this, including me, I'll outright tell you that too. I was making jokes about this thing too. I had to think to myself, like, wait, there could be a little bit more to discuss in this moment. You know what I'm saying? There's a little bit more to touch on in this moment, okay? I mean, as if Jaden Smith knows anything about the economic situation of the world. You know what I'm saying? Rich parents, rich himself, you know what I'm saying? Probably never have to work again another day in his life. As if he knows anything about the economic situation, right? But let's get into this context, though.
Talk about the beer, smoke his ass, nigga, talk low. Nigga, talk about the beer, smoke his ass, nigga, talk low.
Now let's be facts.
Very happy that I spent my childhood with more adults than I did with kids my own age. Because I was picking up more things from adults than I were from kids my own age. Mm-hmm. And I look, and I go around sometimes and I hang out with other people that are my age, and they're just kind of selfie. I'm just like, dude, like, oh my God, like, can we talk about like the political and economic state of the world right now? Mm-hmm. Can we talk about what's going on with the environment? Can we talk?
Jane, if y'all shut your glass up. Can we talk about the political state of the world right now? Nigga, it's recess.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna front. I'm not even gonna front. Yo, this was funny as hell, but I'm like, yo, like I said, just a little deeper thing to this, bro. I feel like, for one, we all have that friend that's like this. Like, you can never really have fun like that. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of am that person. I'm not even gonna front. That's why I relate to him in such a small way, but I relate to him though, and I understand where he's coming from. That's another reason why I wanted to touch on this topic just a little bit more deeply, because I understand where he's coming from though. Don't get me wrong, you never want to be this person, because nobody ever want to hang around you or shit like that, but I understand where Jaden is coming from, okay? I genuinely do. And then the question then becomes, just like what the guy said, the TikTok guy, it's recess. Like, nobody want to talk about no economic anything. It's recess. And then the question starts to come into play, like, what kid wants to talk about politics? What kid wants to talk about the economy? What kid knows about that, for one? You know what I'm saying? What kid knows about the economy enough to even talk about it? What kid knows about politics enough to even talk about it? You know what I'm saying? Those two questions come into play. And Jaden, I relate to you a little bit. Don't get me wrong, I do. I see exactly where you're coming from. But you're the type, bro, like, if you wasn't rich, if you wasn't Jaden Smith, and you just, Jaden across the street, if you were just Jaden across the street, bro, you have no friends. I'm not even going front. It's a sad life to live like this, though. But in all actuality and all, like, reality, you're the type that will have a lot of adult friends. Like, you would relate to them a lot more, and it'll be a lot easier for you to relate to adults than it is for you to relate to people your own age. Because like he said, like, all the extra exaggerating and all of that crap that, younger people be doing and shit, you just look at them and you just be like, man, this don't interest me, man. You see, trust me, this is me, man. I relate to him with this. But I have to be honest with you, okay? I have to be honest with you. These type of people tend to not have friends into adulthood. They tend to be depressed. They tend to be annoyed and shit like that. They tend to, like, in all honesty, these are the type of people that, like, when trends start to happen, they just sit back and be like, yo, I don't see the hype, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't see the hype. That's the mentality a lot of us people we have. That's the mentality we be having, because it's like, nah, I'm indifferent towards it. You know what I'm saying? And kids like this, that grow up like this, like, wanting that adult, friends and shit like that, they miss out on having that childhood. That's the main point of this video, man. Missing out on having that childhood is never a good thing. Don't get me wrong, though. Jaden Smith's case, he was a child star, so, he has that asterisk next to his name anyway, because no child star technically has that childhood, that normal childhood of going to public school, having their first fight or having their first kiss that's not on camera, and you know, little things like that. Having those moments that make your childhood, when you're robbed of that, and that's the thing too, you're robbed of that. When you don't get that, you're robbed. You grow up kind of in denial of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you had the adult friends, you matured, like your mind is a lot more mature than people, your counterparts, people your own age. But deep down, you're like, man, I missed having those moments, man. You know what I'm saying? And that shit makes you a little depressed. That shit could mess up your feng shui. You know what I'm saying? It really could. It's unfortunate, but that's the type of thing that happened. So for all of those people who could relate to this, who related to Jaden, yes, it was funny as hell. I'm not even gonna front, because who is he to say something like this? His rich ass, you don't know nothing about the economic state of the country. Hell no. But for if you could relate to him because you was young and you just didn't connect with people your own age, but as soon as you met a teacher or something like that, or a principal or a guy or some older individual, you related to them. To me, if you found out Santa Claus was a fake in elementary school, imagine how you felt. Or as early as maybe first grade, how did you feel about that? Did that break your heart? 9 times out of 10 it did. Or any of those mythical things that we've been told when we was young, any of those mythical creatures or whatever the case is that we've been told, how did you feel when you found out they wasn't real? If you found out at an early age, it crushed you, right? And then for some of those people who found that out, they like to go out and crush other people's feelings. You see what being robbed of that childhood does to you? You like to take that anger and project it onto other people. Oh, I found out Santa Claus isn't real. I'm gonna make sure I tell everybody. Oh, you still believe in Santa Claus? You still believe in Santa Claus? All of that thing. I never done that, but I've seen that happen, and I'm like, yo, just because you was robbed of that childhood, bro, don't try to project it onto other people, man. Being robbed of a childhood is never a good thing, never a pleasant experience. It's never something to brag about. Yeah, you could be proud that you had adult friends or you was raised around adults and stuff like that, but don't project that onto other people, man. Let people live their childhood. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all think, though, man. I know I can relate to him a little bit, but at the same time, I have to push back on it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all think. If you made it to the end of it, I really appreciate it. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. More videos coming soon, man. Ah!